I'm David Farkas with Aquatics Water Polo, and we're going to recap the US men's water polo bronze medal match. They take home a medal for the first time since 2008 in their victory against Hungary. What a game. Oh my gosh. There's so much to talk about in this game. I want to get through it all. Okay, we're going to start by talking about the power play. The US started the game in the first quarter 3 for 4 on power plays. So they were on fire. And then they went 1 for 12. So that's how they kind of got behind by the fourth quarter. Started off hot and then went cold there on their power plays. But that's a lot of exclusions. So they got some of the Hungarian players in foul trouble. So some of them had to go to the bench, which was great for the US. So even though they weren't putting their power plays away in that 1 for 12 stretch, it was still a strategic advantage for them, because Hungary wasn't able to play their best players. There were some uncharacteristic mistakes by Hungary. In particular, they had a double ejection happen, so they got a guy kicked out, but the guy that was ejected didn't get to the penalty box fast enough, and the guy they were subbing in for him went in the game because they were waving him in, but before the guy who was ejected got in there. You have to wait. If you're going in for a guy that just got ejected, you have to wait till he gets to the penalty box and then you can go. He didn't wait. So the Americans got an exclusion and then they got another exclusion and they scored on it. So that's a tough break. They also missed a penalty shot. Varga, I think it was, late in the second quarter. And that would kind of foreshadow what happened at the end of the game. So let's fast forward to the fourth quarter. It's now 3:22 left to go in the fourth quarter. Hungary is up 8-6. At this point, I'm thinking it's not looking good for the Americans. They're up 8-6 with 3:22 left to go. Here's what happens. First possession for the Americans after that. They get an exclusion, and Bowen shoots and scores from the 5 position on the man up. Hungary goes down on offense, and the U.S. plays a great defensive set. They front in 2 meters, pushing everybody out, making everything hard, and Hungary gets nothing. U.S. comes back on their second possession after that, get an exclusion call. This time it's Hannes at the 5, same place as Bowen. Boom, scores. So back-to-back scores on possessions, ties the game after Hungary was up 8-6. From there, nobody scored. So we go into a shootout. Now, I'm going to say this. I don't like shootouts. Okay, let me rephrase that. If we've already done an overtime period or two, okay, I'm okay with a shootout. At some point, you gotta go. But I think there should be an overtime period or two, something. I just don't like going straight to a shootout. It's not water polo. It's an unsatisfying ending to me. I know they're probably thinking the guys are tired, and then maybe there's too many ejections, and the best players are on the bench. I don't know what their thinking is. But every other sport does some kind of overtime. I think we should too. So anyway, but we go to a shootout, and Hungary misses their first 3 shots. Well, not quite. They get a bar out on the first one. Then Weinberg blocks the second one. Amazing block. And then bar out on the third one. And so then the Americans win once they score their third goal, because Hungary can't catch up at that point. So I've never seen that before. 3 missed penalty shots in the shootout right in a row like that. And then Varga, that was his second missed penalty shot, because he missed one in the second quarter. So really tough loss for the Hungarians. Great win for the Americans. I'm torn on this. I'm rooting for the Americans because I'm American, but I'm part Hungarian. Farkas means wolf in Hungarian. So my heritage is Hungarian. So I win either way on this one. But I'm excited to see the U.S. medal since 2008. Now, the last time they medaled in 2008 was they lost to Hungary in the gold medal game. So they got a silver. And so this time they beat Hungary to get bronze. And I'm really happy for the guys. They worked hard. If I had to pick an MVP, the obvious choice, you go to Halleck, but I don't know. I think you go Weinberg. he was incredible. And he saved the Americans so many times, so many great plays. Shootout, and the block in the shootout. And I think he was in the Hungarians' heads a little bit, which is why they felt like they needed to make it extra good. And so that played into some of the misses in the shootout. But even during the regular part of the game, he was unbelievable, just unbelievable. And more than that, if you looked at the way he played, he never got too high or too low. He really stayed calm and focused. And I see a lot of goalies get up and down, because goalies is a lot a head game. It's mental with goalies. You have to be really tough mentally, and I saw a mental toughness for him that I really liked. The second thing I liked about Weinberg was I didn't see him getting chippy with his players. A lot of goalies, if a player misses an assignment or they miss a field block, they're quick to get on him. I'm not saying a goalie can't ever say anything. What I'm saying is they can't be getting on players constantly and barking at them after every little mistake they make. And I didn't see that from Weinberg. I like that. Most of the time when you're a field player and you make a mistake on defense, you know it. So you don't need to hear your goalie pile in on you on it. Usually it's like, my bad. So let's go into a couple clips. I have many clips since this is the last game in this Olympics. I wanted to kind of go out with a flurry. So let's start with Max Irving on a nice release. Now you're going to notice a lot of these clips are not, hey, this is a goal, this is a goal, this is a goal, because I'm a coach and I like the little things. We coaches like the little things. You want playing time? Do the little things well. So let's take a look at this Max Irving release. You're going to see him swim hard right here. Hard, hard, hard. And then stop on a dime and pull back. Right here. Awesome. Let's watch that one more time. Swimming hard down, stop on a dime, pull back. Now, look at how much space he created between him and his defender. The reason he created that space is because he busted down and got his defender's momentum moving hard towards the goal, so that when he pulled back, he created the space, right? When you release, if you do a lackadaisical release, you're not going to get your defender's momentum going fast enough to create that extra separation that you want. So you've got to go hard, okay? Make them go hard and then pull back. Remember, the offense's advantage is, for Max, his advantage is he knows when he's pulling back or if he's going. The defender has to react to him, right? So the harder you get the guy's momentum here, boom, it makes it harder to react to that. And then Max can surprise him. And that's what he does here on this beautiful release. I just love the intensity of that release. Let's go on. Cupido. Nice lunge block. I love a good lunge block. So this was a 3-on-2 that Hungary had, and then we covered up on it, played really good, and he goes right onto the guy. And we talk about this. A lot of times you can't get to the ball. You don't even want to get to the ball. You want to hammer the bicep so that they don't have a strong shot or the ball lands right in front. Or you stop them from making a good pass. So watch him hammer down. Now remember, you go opposite arm. So if the guy's right-handed, you're going to go with your left arm to hit the bicep. So let's watch Cupido on this. Ball's going to come down. They cross it here and hammer. And the ball dribbles right to the goalie. Great lunge block. Great defensive play by Cupido. All right, let's go to the next clip. I got Vavic, nice center defense. So let's take a look at this center defense. You're going to see him keep his hips up. Now, I don't know if the guy was grabbing his hips, so he wanted to kind of show the hold, or if he was trying to and he wasn't letting him. You're going to see him get his hips up twice. Watch this. Up there and up right there. Keeping him high, pushing on him. Now the ball's going to come in, and the guy's going to try to do a backhand shot. Got it. Let's watch that one more time. Hips up. Pushing on him. Ball's going to come in. He's going to be all over that backhand arm. Not going to let him shoot that ball. Okay, the last clip I want to show you is a backhand from Ben Halleck, but that's not the main reason I want to show you this clip. It's really nice. But I want to show you a play by Cupido, I think it was, that allowed the backhand to get off. Okay, so let's just watch this, and I want to show you what he's doing. This is just a great, smart play, and something I think coaches notice that not necessarily fans notice. Okay, so the ball's swimming down here. Capito's going to swim down here, okay? And he's at the 4, and Ben Halleck's is set, and then you have Bowen at the 5. So you're going to watch Cupido, okay? He's going to pass the ball to Bowen at the 5. Okay, now watch what he does now. He's going to pass it down and then freeze it here. Okay, so now do you see him? So you saw him pass down. Now do you see him turn and seal and hold his man? See how he's in between his man and 2 meters, right? So that move, what he did is he took that defender out of the play. That defender cannot crash down into Halleck because he's in between them and holding him, right? So now watch the rest of this play. And there's the backhand. Score. Beautiful play. So let's go back and watch that again. Watch how smart this is. Pass down to 5. Turn, seal, hold, into set. Now, if we didn't pass the ball into Halleck, Cupido would have been open because he had inside water, right? Now, there was Bowen's defender right there to stair step. But as a last second play, that would have worked too, and he could have continued down. But by sealing his man, right, he took that defender out of the play and allowed Halleck to get that nice backhand off. I just thought this was a really heads-up play by Cupido. I wanted to show you guys that. All right. The U.S. men's team defeats Hungary for a bronze medal in the 2024 Paris Olympics in a shootout. In dramatic fashion, the Hungarians missed their first 3 shootout goals, and the U.S. was perfect on their 3. And they win. They medal for the first time since 2008. Congratulations to the U.S. team. Tough game for the Hungarians. I'm David Farkas. We'll see you next time.